All right, welcome back to episode number 5 of Dokkan History. So upon one's request, so I will make these episodes now a little bit longer. I'll be going over most of the characters. So I'll be going more in depth into celebrations, characters, so on and so forth. So today we got the 5th year of Dokkan. In January/February here, we got the anniversary. Here we get the first free-to-play LR that would ever come out in an anniversary, and we would see this LR in Zamasu. So we will go over that once we get to the LR, once he awakens. But the LRs we got, the headliners of the anniversary were Super Saiyan, Vegito from Dragon Ball Super and Gogeta from the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. So Vegito and Gogeta, they came with the same category, final trump card, and then they gave Potara and Fusion respectively, as well the buff. So it's the same buff overall. Okay, so Vegito, they both raised attack and defense. They both stacked attack. They both have the same passive and the same transformation. So once we transform into both of them, they changed a little bit, but not that much. So Vegito here, so they both start with the 77%. Vegito, he launches an additional super attack guaranteed, and he launches an additional attack. Just launches an additional attack. So you can already see the differences. He launches an additional super attack, and he builds up 7% and attack defense with each attack performed. Gogeta here as well, but he doesn't do a guaranteed super here. So they build up the same, and attacks effective against all types as this first or second attacker in the turn. And the same thing here. Okay, so with these guys when they came out, so Gogeta here, he actually gets an additional super here as the third attacker in the turn, and so does Vegito. So the thing with these guys is that they came out with, I don't know if it was a glitch or not, because it's still in the game. I'm assuming it's not in the glitch because the game considers active skills as super attacks. Okay, so with the thing with these guys, you transform and you can do their active skill. If you do their active skill in the third slot, so if you put both of them in the third slot, it actually triggers this entire part of the passive. So you put them in the third slot, then you do the active skill. After you do the active skill, the game considers that a super attack, and the game considers it as them attacking in the third turn, in the third slot. So then it gives them this additional super and the 50% chance to dodge. So after you do the active skill, you move them back to either slot 1 or 2. And then Vegito here, he gets this super attack. So he gets his initial super attack. He gets this super attack. He gets this super attack, and then he can get the hidden potential system super attack as well. And the same works for Gogeta, but Gogeta only can get a maximum of 3 attacks, 3 super attacks, because this is just an attack. So that was a little thing you can do with them. So Vegito here, they both raise attack and defense when they super attack. So you can imagine they build up very fast. After their EZAs, after the EZAs, obviously they became a lot better. So we'll go over that in, what year is this? In 3 years. Oh, 2020 was the end of 5th anniversary. Wow, it's crazy. All right. Then we got banner units in Trunks and Mai and Bardock and Gine. Trunks and Mai were very good against. So they had an active skill, the Mafuba. Was it? Yeah, the Mafuba evil containment wave. That raised their attack by crazy, but then they reduce their own defense. They guaranteed crit against the Monster Goku Black. They get more attack against them, and more key. They get more attack with future category enemy. They get more attack when there's a Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan ally on the team. So that's them. They get relays attack and defense. They also got an EZA, but we'll go over that when we get to that. These guys were a little bit better, in my opinion, because they also raised attack and defense greatly. They had this buff, and they had this buff if there's a Goku on the team. They got more attack when there's movie bosses, more attack when there's Frieza. But their active skills what made them good. So they remove all ally status effects. So if somehow you can take this guy into Oh, they're on superheroes. So if you run superheroes, you take this guy's easy aid, by the way. Actually, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go over the easy A's of the side banner units right now, because I don't want to wait until then, but I'll just keep the easy A's of the Dokkan Fests until then. So their easy A, they go from, you know, I don't think they lowered, yeah, they just lower attack and defense after that. They have damage reduction when all allies attacking the same turn are Future Saga. They have more key, more attack and defense when there's a Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan on the team. They got more defense when there's a Future Saga enemy, and then they get more attack and key when there's a Master Goku Black. Their active skills unchanged. Obviously, they can't change that yet. Them massively raises attack and defense, and now supports for 2 turns. Attack and defense plus 120, recovers HP when HP is 50% or less at the start of the turn, once only. Key 4, more attack and defense if there's a Goku on the team. So, UI Goku. Any of the UI Gokus. Plus an additional more attack and defense when there's a bond of parent and child category ally attacking in the same turn. I can't think of anyone who would be on superheroes that you can run this. This is any Goku, right? Yeah, buddy. God damn, they're good. All right, so more attack if there's a movie bosses. So against Goku and Frieza, not really. But this is a matter of just attack, and the more attack against Frieza. Oh wait, an enemy whose name includes Frieza, so they get more attack against Goku and Frieza, but again, doesn't matter. So this is where they come in, right? Against Super 17, not Super 17, against Tech 17 in the event, he locks. So they can actually, remove that lock. Can be activated when HP is 80% or less, starting from the 4th turn from the start of battle. So very good. So you can get them turn 1, and then turn 1, turn 3, no, you want them turn 2, and then they come back turn 4. So turn 1, and then come back on turn 3, and then they come back on turn 5. But if you get them on turn 2, they will come back on turn 4, and you can get this. If your HP is 80% or less, it will remove the locking that he does, and it will buff. Additionally, but also they do buff for 2 turns here, so they're really, really good. Just not really on par defensively as other units that you would want to run. Okay, so we go to February now. We have Ultimate Clash. This is the return of Dokkan Battlefield. I think so. If it would load. All right, so Dokkan Battlefield. If we go, 23rd. Oh, never mind. What? Bro, who cares, bro? So, all right, so Battlefield, we had Baragus and Bardock, Whis, Beerus, Trunks and Mai, the Broly movie units here. We had Tech Zamasu, was really old. What the hell is this guy, bro? Who is this? Oh, it's the SDR. Oh, got me bugging. All right. Int future, blah, blah, blah. All right, so the last boss was this guy, and it was just 3 levels. Yeah, okay. 4, there's no 4 levels. Yeah, there's no 4 levels, I believe. Give me 1 second. My mother's calling me. All right, so we're back. So Dokkan Battlefield, really good rewards, I guess. The Battlefield gems are the Battlefield shop is trash, but that's a different video. Okay, so we get the free-to-play units for the anniversary. We get the first farmable LR that is not a prime a prime LR. In these guys, so we'll go over their easy A's. It will just save us time later. So we get these 2 here. We got Broly from planet Sadala. No, I forgot what planet he's on, bro. First friend, whatever. So we got Broly. He's, before easy. Actually, I'm not gonna go over this kit. I'm gonna go over the easy A kits of these 3 because it's not worth going over the regular kits. So they get the regular, the typical leader skill for a free-to-play unit, 77% to stats and pure Saiyans, and then they get the N type or whatever. So he stacked attack and defense, attack plus 7, attack and defense 70%, disables guard, medium chance to dodge, and recovers 20% health when delivering the final blow. By today's standards, that's really trash. Even back then, they were not good. he was not good. So them, they stacked attack, obviously not good at all. Any unit who does not raise attack on super attack, does not raise defense on super attack is not good. It will not H good at all. So we have here the same buff 70%, and then they get an additional 20% perform, and then 10% chance to crit. What? That's so whack. Per pure Saiyans category ally self-excluded attacking the same turn, so that's maximum 40 and then 20% to crit. That's really bad. Additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super when there's a joint force category ally in the same turn. Not really all that good by today's standards. I'm pretty sure back then they were trash too. Now this guy was a little bit better. He did get his easy at the end of the anniversary, which I don't know how I feel about when they do this. Honestly, just let them easy A the next anniversary. I think that would just make them really good before easy A and just give them a year. That's how I think they should run that. They raise attack and defense on super attack, ultra super attack. However, sorry, one other thing I want to mention: they will be getting a super easy A because remember, Amatsu. He said that super easy A's will be for Dokkan Fest exclusives and LRs. So he was time travelers plus 100, raise attack and defense on ultra, nothing on super attack here, regular. 59% attack and defense, really bad buff. With each attack received gets key additional attack with immediate chance to become a super and facing 2 or more enemies, plus additional attack and defense, plus 20% with each final blow delivered, up to 59%. Again, not really 100 and 118% attack and defense is not good. And then you have to keep killing the enemy. Like, this is... I don't know, man. I don't know. Alright, so, not really that good. Hopefully with their super easy, with his super easy, it would be nice. Because this is the only... Because this is Zamasu Goku. This is the only Zamasu Goku that we have in the game. If we click here, this ambiguation, you will see that we have all these Zamasu. Yeah, we only have one Zamasu Goku in the game. So this is practically Goku Black. Just he's right after he took Goku's body. Like this guy and all this is the same person. Like this is the same character. There's nothing different about that. All right, so we move on. Yeah, so they got their easy A's. Then in part two, we get very, very good LRs. However, they were not all that, you know, that you must have. The fusions were way, way better. And actually not way better, but we'll go into this. They were way more favorable when it came to which units you should have been summoning for. All right, so we got Int Goku Black. This is one of my favorite LRs in the game. He did give Future Saga Key 4 and 130, and then Extreme Int 100. He greatly raised defense on both super attacks, attack and defense plus 66%, and then an additional attack plus 6% with each time key raises by 1 up to 120. This is not, he's not a nuker. Every time the key meter goes up by 1, he gets 6% attack. He's not getting attack per orb. So there's a difference. So once he reaches 24 key, it stops, right? And then he got more key with each final blow and recovered 6% HP at the end of the turn in which an attack was received. He rages. Again, his rage is not all that, you know, just destructive power, and he gets an extra key per key sphere. All right, we'll go over his easy A once we get there. They were really good at the time. They greatly raised attack and defense, greatly raised attack and defense. They were a nuking unit. They also got more attack and defense if you got physical, more than 2. Shoot. They did support if you got AGL and CR, and well, this is attack, and they supported defense if you got tech and int. And then they guaranteed dodge with 7 or more key spheres obtained. They also got an easy in 2024, so we shall go over that once we get to that. And then we get Dragon Ball history, and then we get the easy A for Goku Black here. But we already went over that. So we go to March. March, we get Saiyan Day. We got this SR Awakening, who awakens into this guy. And then we got Beerus and Whis, Beerus Dokkan Fest. This was the first Dokkan Fest in the game that got, who was not a Saiyan, that got top grossing. Yes, Beerus got top grossing. All right, so we go over this free-to-play Goku here. He's not really old. That's he's the first and only Super Saiyan Goku that's on Realm of Gods. So he supported the category. This is just an SSR, by the way. No, this is a TUR. This is, I want to show this art. Look at this art, bro. Look at this. Look at this art, bro. This is an SSR art, man. That's so whack. Sorry, it's a good art. Like, it's whack that they chose to put it on a unusable free-to-play unit that you will never ever use, and you will never ever see that art again. So not really all that impressive. Just a minimal attack buff, more attack with more ki, and then yeah, not really all that impressive. And then we got Beerus Sama. So he introduced the Exploding Rage category, and he also gave Realm of Gods Ki 3, HP attack, HP plus 130, attack and defense plus 170. Again, the best combo here, like I will always say, is defense and health. Defense and HP. He stacked attack. He had really good defense. He got attack on super, more defense after receiving an attack, and then he makes Rainbow Key spheres when there's a Realms of God enemy. His active skill, he got more attack, and then he got attacks that get effective against all types, and he can't be dodged. You can activate it when HP is 70% or less, starting from the 4th turn from the start of battle. So very good. And then we got Whis. Now Whis is the one I'm very excited for him to get an easy A, due to the fact that he gets this. Plus defense plus 50%, which with each attack evaded. Now he also has a great chance to evade. All right, so great chance of evading enemies' attack, including super attack. So he 70% chance to attack, and he also did support by giving attack, and he did heal as well if there's an ally whose name includes Beerus in the same turn. So very good. When he gets an easy A, he'll be really good just because of this. And then you can just give him full dodge, so in a hidden potential system, so he'll be fine. And then we got the tech support units, TN and Cell. I will not go over them very in depth, but just quickly, I'll go over their easy A's. So they are nuking units, so to keep that in mind. Tech type, Ki 3 and attack, and so they just gave tech type. They used to just be their own class, so super, they just used to support super. Now they support regular, just tech in general. He greatly raised attack, 50% attack and defense for super tech types. They did make orbs, 50% per key sphere obtained, and an additional 20%, and perform a 10% crit per tech key sphere obtained. So that's 70% for each tech key sphere. That's so good. That's extremely good. Changes tech key spheres again. So changes all key spheres to tech when HP is 50% or less, and there's another 2 or more superclass allies on the team, so that's easy. Guards all attacks for 4 turns from the first turn in which another 3 or more key tech type keys on the team. So if you run him on a full tech team, he'll be good. So not really that all that impressive, and then he gets the same thing. Yeah. Oh yeah, we get Super Saiyan God Super Saiyajin Vegeta, easy A. He goes from 100 to 120, and he was not given key before. So now he went from, so he raised attack and defense for 3 turns. He debuffed the enemies, high chance to stun the enemy when attacking extreme class enemies, attack 120%, Realm of Gods category, super class allies, defense plus 50%. Not all that impressive, really, in 2020. He wasn't that good, really, so there was that. And then here we get the World Tournament. In this World Tournament, we get the Awakening we get LR Demon King Pikachu, and then we got Awakening for High School Gohan, and then these 2 new cards. I'll go over them very quickly. I don't want to spend too much time on these, really, because they're just side units. So King Piccolo here, he raised defense for 1 turn, greatly raised defense on Ultra Super. He got a flat buff per tech key sphere obtained. He reduced damage by 50% with 5 or more tech key spheres. And then he made his own key spheres, so you can get this easily. And then he restores youth with Dragon Balls, restores, and his rejuvenation conditions are, or transformation condition, restores youth using the power of the Dragon Ball starting from the 7th turn from the start of battle, or when there's a Dragon Ball Saga World Tournament or Dragon Ball Seekers enemy. So as soon as you get into the game, if there's an enemy that satisfies one of these categories, Dragon Ball Saga World Tournament or Dragon Ball Seekers, you can immediately go into Young Demon King Piccolo. Young Demon King Pillow, he raises attack and defense on super attack instead of just defense, and then he greatly raises attack and defense on ultra. He gets attack plus 6,666 per key free obtained, reduces damage by 66% for 5 turns from the start of turn, and then reduces damage by 5%, by 50% with 5 or more key spheres starting from the 6th turn, and then he makes attack key spheres. So he's really good. Back in the day, he was very, very good, and hopefully when he gets his EZA in the next World Tournament, I hope he'll be extremely good, because now he'll get in a percentage buff instead of a flat buff. We got High School Gohan. We'll go over the EZA for High School Gohan. Greatly raises attack and defense, and raises defense for 1 turn on super attack. Medium chance to stun, 158% attack and defense from the start of turn. He gets an additional 58% when performing a super attack, reduces damage by 58%. He supports super class allies with key 3, attack and defense plus 30%. He gets more attack and defense by 58% when there's an extreme class enemy, and then he debuffs the attack enemy for 2 turns when there's an extreme class enemy. So that's High School Gohan. A rumored warrior of justice, Super Saiyan Gohan Teen. Alright, so then we got Buff Roshi, or Jackie Chun. This was a base form, not really all that impressive. He did get an awakening, so I'll go over that instead of just the base form. So he greatly raised attack. He gets key up to 3, and then with each turn that passes, attack and defense plus 20% up to 80. He gets attack and defense plus 150% when performing a super attack. Kamehameha category allies, key 3 and attack and defense plus 30%. So hopefully when he gets his EZA, he'll be good. And then we get here Super 17, who still has not gotten an awakening, which is very sad. That's okay. He came out in 2020 or 2019, and it's wow. Okay. Just to go over real quick, it's just SSR, high chance to evade. He supports androids, and he also supports artificial intelligence. Then we get to March for Saiyan Day. We get we got Bardock, and then the Bardock squad. I'll go over them really quick. Oh my god, bro, so many units. Okay, so AGL Bardock, he introduced Revenge on Low Class Warrior. Key 4, HP plus 130, attack and defense 170%. He stacked defense. He got 120% attack and defense start of turn, plus more attack per low class ally on the team up to 50, and then super effective against all types against Wicked Blood enemies. He did have a transformation. So when he transforms, he raises attack and defense, 180% attack. He raises attack and defense on super attack. In the beginning of the turn, start of the turn, he gets 180% attack and defense plus 100%. He's super effective against all types when attacking extreme class enemies. He gets key 3 and chance of performing a crit and evading enemies attack, including super attack, plus 18%, and reduces damage by 18% for 5 turns from the character's entry turn. He launches an additional attack that has a 50% chance of being a super, and all attacks become crits against Wicked Bloodline enemies. And then we got the banner unit in Ratids. He stacks attack, 100% attack and defense start of turn. He gets more attack and defense when facing one enemy. Key 2 stuns the attack enemy, reduces damage by 50% when facing 2 or more enemies, so that's decent. Plus an additional attack and a high chance of performing crit when there's a Goku's family or Namekian. Then we got the free-to-play units. We'll go over the EZAs. We have here Borgos, greatly raises attack and defense on super attack, 150% attack, 150% attack and defense start of turn, more attack and defense when facing one enemy. He launched an additional super when facing 2 or more enemies, a 50% chance of performing critical hit when there's a Team Bardock ally in the same turn. Then we have Toa. Toa here, he raises stacks attack and defense, gets 150% attack and defense start of turn. He supports by key 3 and 30%. Team Bardock allies get a 10% chance to crit, recovers 15% health whenever health is under 85% if there's 3 or more low class warriors on the team. Then we got Fasha. Fasha greatly raises defense on super attack, 150% attack and defense on start of turn, high chance to evade, randomly changes key trees to rainbow when there's an ally whose name includes Bardock on the team, and then she supports by key 3. And then Team Bardock category allies attack and defense plus 30% within the same turn after evading an attack, and it does not stack. Then we got Bardock. Bardock is the best one here. He raises attack and defense on super attack, 150% attack and defense start of turn, like everyone else. Gets 20% attack and defense per key sphere obtained. He gets 7% chance to crit per input key sphere. Reduces damage received by 10% per Team Bardock ally on the team. So very good. And then we got Shugish. He stacks defense and raises attack for 1 turn. Again, 150% attack on the start of turn. More attack and defense when there's a Team Bardock ally in the same turn. Guaranteed crits, and target is stunned. What? He performs a critical hit when the target is stunned. Oh, okay. Stuns the target enemy when the target enemy's super attack is sealed. Launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super when the enemy is in attack down or defense down status. So that was that. Okay. So then we got the LR Bardock and an Extreme Z Awakening for LR Gohan from Super Battle Road. So LR Team Bardock is, you get him once you farm up all the Team Bardock members. Not really all that impressive. Their passive is they just support it as a passive. So 30% attack and defense for super class allies, and then Team Bardock gets an additional 30% attack and defense. So Physical Kid Gohan gets an easy A from SPR. His leader skill is actually really good for Battlefield. 120% attack and defense and HP, and then key 3 to all types. Colossal damage, and then greatly raise attack and defense on Ultra Super. His passive is key 2, attack and defense plus 77% at the start of turn. Key plus 7 plus additional attack plus 58%. Disables guard when HP is 58% or less. Reduces damage by 58% when there's an ally whose name includes Goku attacking in the same turn. So you can link him with the Int Goku from Super Battle Road as well. So they'll be very good. So that was the end of March. Wow. All right, April. I'm gonna go a little bit faster here. April, we get the. Oh, okay. We get Blue Kaioken Goku from the Tournament of Power, and you get the best Dokkan Awakening in the game in Burgos. Bergamo. Sorry. So Goku here, he led representatives of Universe 7 and then Universal Survival Saga. HP plus 130, attack and defense 170, and then key 3. He greatly stacked attack. He got attack and defense for 59%, and an additional 10% attack and defense with each attack received. He got more attack, an attack effective against all types when performing a super attack if HP is 59% or less. His active skill was absolutely, destructive, because you can stack his attack, and then his active skill, you can do it. It's a Spirit Bomb, and then it also supports with 30% attack, and it can only be activated if your HP is 59% or less with another 3 or more reps of Universe 7 allies on the team. So then we get the best Dokkan Awakening in history, Bergamos. So Bergamo here, he causes supreme damage and raises defense by 30% for 9 turns. And then he also builds his attack and defense in his passive, 30% attack and defense with each attack received up to 300. That's dumb, okay? That's really dumb. His easy is going to be stupid, bro. All right. So then we get to April. April's April Fools. We get April Fool's unit. Then we get Prime Battle LR Krillin. We'll go over the EZA. He leads the Earthling category, 160% attack and defense in key 4. He stacks attack, and he raises defense for 1 turn. He raises attack and defense on Ultra Super. And then his passive is a key 3 and defense plus 160%. Oh, he's also an AoE. So yeah, defense plus 160% at the start of turn. Attack plus 60% when performing a super attack. Plus more attack if it's an ultra super attack, plus 30% more attack. Plus an additional key 6 and attack and defense plus 60% when facing one enemy. An additional attack and defense plus 20% at the start of the turn per existing enemy, and then it starts counting from the second enemy. And launches an additional attack that has a rare chance of becoming a super when facing 2 or more enemies. Launches an additional super attack when facing 6 enemies. So this unit literally was made for the World Tournament. But unfortunately, he's no longer that good because Cellmax is running around. And Cellmax is a way better World Tournament unit than anyone that has ever been. So we got EZAs here for AGL Golden Frieza, Int Golden Frieza, and Int Super Trunks, or Super Saiyan Trunks. Frieza, again, the only important thing about him is he reduces damage by 90% when HP is 40% or more. That's literally the only thing you need to know. He's stacked attack, I guess. Int Golden Frieza. So I was talking about the AGL Golden Frieza. Int Golden Frieza, he stacks defense. He's more of the offensive one. He gets 90% attack and defense start of turn. Target Goku, category allies, key 2, and then 30% attack and defense. 50% chance to crit when there's a Goku on the team. When there's a Goku enemy. Sorry. So that's their easy A's. Then we get Spirit, Hope, Trunks. He got their easy. He's easy A. So he goes to super class, key 3, and HP attack and defense plus 30%. He changes STR to int. He got 20% per key sphere obtained, and then he changes. So he randomly changes key spheres excluding int and STR to rainbow when there's a realm of god enemy and an attacks effective against all types with 7 or more key spheres obtained. His super attack effect, he supported allies by raising their attack by 30%. Then April 16th, the middle of April, we got LR Vegeta and Nappa. Oh my, this is taking very long. Holy, it's gonna be a really long video. Oh my god. Whew. Okay. They led Inhuman Deeds, key 4 and 130% to stats, and then they led Extreme AGL, key 4 and 100% to stats. They raise attack and defense for 1 turn on super attack, and then greatly raise attack and defense for 1 turn on ultra super. They got 78% chance at the beginning of the turn, key 5 when HP 78% or more attack within the same turn after evading an attack, and then attack plus 7,800 that starts from per existing enemy. Oh, so this was an attack all enemies. So this is also another world tournament unit. So they switch into Vegeta. Vegeta raise attack and defense for 1 turn, like normal, and then greatly raise attack and defense on ultra super. He recovers HP. He starts with key 3 and 100% attack and defense, an additional 18% attack and defense when facing 1 enemy, and then an additional key plus 3 and then an attack and defense plus 18% when attacking superclass enemies, and then he's effective against all types when key is 24. I will go over their easy A in 3 years. So, all right. So Golden Week comes along, and we get Exchange Buu and transforming Gotenku. So Exchange Buu, on release, he was the worst of the two, but he did lead Majin Power, key 4 and 170 to stats, and Artificial Life Forms, key 3 and HP and attack 170 and defense plus 130. This is the worst combination ever. He greatly raised attack on super attack, key plus 1 as the passive skill is key plus 1 attack and attack plus 100, 40% damage reduction, and exchanges into Majin Buu Pure Evil. This second form, he greatly raised attack on super attack for 1 turn. He got key 2 key and attack plus 150%. So no defense, and he reduced damage by 40%, 50% chance to stun, medium chance to evade, and then we get to Super Buu, who was very good. Super Buu was really, really good. Like if this guy, if the two were released together, and these were just the forms like Super Buu and Super Saiyan 3 Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, Buu would be a lot better. Because Buu, he greatly raised attack and defense for 3 turns and sealed. He got key 3 and then attack plus 220%, 50% damage reduction. And then he got 12% chance to crit per rainbow key orb obtained. All right. So that's Evil Buu. Did he have? Never mind. He didn't have big bad bosses. So then we get to Gotenks. Goteng leads special pose, key 470% to stats. Youth. He also led Youth, key 3, HP and attack plus 70% and defense plus 130%. He greatly raised defense on super attack, and he got 100% attack and defense at the start of turn. So he was better in base form than Buu was. In Super Saiyan form, he greatly raised defense for 1 turn with a great chance to stun. He got a key 2 and 100% attack and defense. 50% chance of attack plus 50%, and an additional high chance of attack plus 50%, and he gets a higher chance of defense plus 50%, and an additional high chance of defense plus 50%, and a medium chance of launching additional super. He gets to Super Saiyuju no Tori, where he also greatly raised attack and defense plus for 3 turns like Buu, and a high chance to stun. Attack and defense plus 100%, plus attack plus 100% when performing a super attack. Key 3 and great chance of launching additional super attack for 4 turns from the start of turn. So Buu was better in the final form. Okay, so then we go on to May. May we got exclusive chain battle, I think, which was the first one, and we got another Dragon Ball history stage. This was, oh boy, I don't know. There's like 28 stages. Okay, we got an LR for Battlefield. I think this was not the first LR. I will go over their easy A. They lead Majin Buu key 3 and 100% and 150% to stats. They greatly raise defense on 18 key, greatly raise attack and defense on 12 key, and sorry, greatly raise defense on 12 key, greatly raise attack and defense on 18 key. They got key plus 8 and that's 100%, 188% plus sorry, 188% the attack and defense. More attack and defense when performing a super attack. An additional super attack when key is 22 or more. If there's another Majin Buu Saga category ally attacking in the same turn, chance of evading, chance of dodge per 20 by 20% per Majin Buu category ally in the same turn. That are per Majin Buu Saga category ally attacking in the same turn, and if all allies attacking in the same turn are Majin Buu Saga category characters. Okay, so, all right, whatever. Plus an additional chance to dodge plus 10%. Plus an additional. And if sorry, so he gets 20% chance to dodge per Majin Buu Saga enemies. Allies in the turn. And if all allies in the turn are Majin Buu Saga, they get an additional 10%. So plus an additional key 6, and then 66% chance attack and defense. Sorry, 60%. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, I'm losing my mind, bro. 66% attack and defense, and a great chance to crit when the enemy is attack down, defense down, stunned, or sealed. Majin Power key 3 and 130% attack and defense. So they support. And then an additional attack and defense plus 10% for characters on extreme allies. So they support Majin Power, but they're not on the category. So that was stupid. Then we got the easy A for Physical Vegito. So Physical Vegito, when he came out, his easy A was really good. He greatly raised attack and defense for 1 turn, so that's a 50% chance to raise it. He got 40% attack and defense at the start of the turn. Great chance of launching 2 attacks, each of which has a medium chance to become a super. He reduced damage by 40% and countered with tremendous power. All right. So in the end of May, we got STR Kefla Dokkan Fest, and then we got the awakening for STR Kale, awakening for Int Vados, and awakening for Tech Khalifa. So STR Kefla, she was like Gotenks, right? Super Saiyan and then Super Saiyan 3 for Gotenks, and she gets Super Saiyan 2. She was the Universe 6 category, 170%. So key 3 170, rapid growth, key 3 on 100 attack. All right, I need to focus. Focus. I'm losing it, bro. I'm losing it. All right. Rapid growth, key 3 and 150% attack and defense. She stacked defense. She stacked attack. All right, and then she got defense in her passive. She got defense plus 100%, and then attack plus 100% when performing super attack. An additional 50% chance and high chance to evade with 6 or more key spheres obtained. And then she transforms to Super Saiyan Kefla. She rates self stacks attack, more defense. So her defense goes to 150%, and then 150% attack when performing a super attack. More attack and a high chance to evade with 6 or more key spheres obtained. Okay. Her Super Saiyan 2, she gets 160% at defense and key 2, and then 160% when performing a super attack. High chance to evade. Launch an additional super attack with 6 or more key spheres obtained. Her active skill changes physical key spheres to STR key spheres and attacks effective against all types for 1 turn. STR Kefla, or STR Kale, I'll go over her easy A. She stacks attack and defense, 106% attack and defense plus in the beginning of the turn. I'm just gonna summarize these. So she gets like more attack and defense per and crit per Pure Saints or Peppy Gals on the team. She launched an additional super attack if there's a Universal Saga or Pure Saints enemy, and then she super attacks again if there is 6 or more key Universe 6 allies on the team. More attack and defense and guards if Khalifa is in the turn. Vados easy A, she just literally got her easy A. 160% attack and defense. She massively raised attack and defense with super attack. 160% attack and defense as passive. 70% chance to dodge. More attack and defense after evading. And then she supports Universe 6 Realm of God, Siblings Mod, and Bond and Master Disciple by key 1 attack and defense plus 20%. So if you have a unit that's on all 4 categories, they're getting 80% attack and defense and key 4. She heals when HP is 6% or less. She makes rainbow key spheres if there's Universe 6 or Realm of Gods ally on the same turn. Okay, Kale. Sorry, Kale. Kale is the best here because she guaranteed evades against Pure Saiyans, so you can take her and Pure Saiyans or Universal Saga, so you can take her against Goku and Frieza, and she will guarantee dodge. She gets she raises attack and defense in the begin and her super attack. She gets 160% chance in the beginning of the turn. She builds up her attack and defense and chance to dodge per Universe 6 Peppy Gal's category L in the team. She guaranteed dodges against Universal Saga or Pure enemies, Pure Saiyans. She gets more attack after the character evades 6 times in battle. When there's 6 or more Universe 6, the guy is going to apply. Whatever, bro. Okay. What? Okay. Oh, sorry. May's over. Oh my God, we're almost there. Oh, we're still in June and it's 40 minutes. Ah. Oh my God, bro. All right, I'm gonna blitz through the rest, bro. It's 40 minutes. I'm tired, bro. Shoot. All right, so we got so what is this, June? I'm just gonna go over the Dokkan Fest right now. So we got an easy A for Rose. Nice. So AGL Rose got an easy A. He goes to extreme class, key 4 at 80% stats, greatly raised defense, attack plus 100%, and then he supports by key 3, attack plus 30% to start, plus extreme class, key plus 30% and attack plus 30% at start of turn. So then he builds up defense with each attack received. Okay, so then we get UI Goku LR. Very good, man, you know. So you okay, so he got 70%, 77% chance. Oh my God. 77% attack and defense. Great chance to dodge for 7 turns, and after 7 turns it becomes a high chance, and then he builds up attack and defense per attack evaded. See, that was the fastest thing I've ever said in my life. And then we get LR, Goku, and Vegeta, who give all out struggle and join forces, key 3, HP, attack and defense plus 150. They greatly raise attack on 12 key, greatly raise attack and defense on Ultra Super. They also greatly raise defense on 12k. Sorry about that. Attack and defense plus 70%, and then more key. So they were a nuking unit, and then they, per rainbow keys for whatever. Their active skill was really good. They raise attack by 24, key by 24, and then attack by 70%, but then they debuff themselves defensively. So that was it. All right. Oh my God. July. All right, July, we got the easy A for Tech Super Saiyan 3 Broly. You know what? He's trash. He's really bad. 120% trash. 12%, and then he debuffs himself per key strip obtained. Trash. All right. Then we get LR. God damn it. We get LR Jiren. Jiren was crazy. You know why? Because he came with 200% attack and defense, and he got key. Attacks effective against all types if the target enemy's attack down or defense down status, and then he guarantees crits against stunned enemies. Attack and defense plus 30% for his active skill, and then he debuffs. We're blitzing through this. Then we get the easy A for the first ever farmable LR, Prime Battle LR Goku. His easy A was decent. It wasn't crazy. He greatly raised attack and defense on 12 key, mega colossal damage on Ultra Super, raise attack by 30% and high chance, and a chance to crit by 10% for 1 turn. Oh, that's to allies. Sure. 59% attack and defense at start of turn. More defense as first attacker. More attack when performing Ultra Super. All allies key 3 when attacking extreme class enemies. Great, bro. I'm so happy for you. Then we get Dokkan Fest Tech Gohan. He was the best unit in the game. You know why? Because he stacked greatly on super attack at 100%, 140% attack and defense, and then he guards. And then this thing when guard is activated, and then his transformation, he greatly raised attack for 1 turn. 150% attack and defense, guards, more attack for the rest of battle when guard is activated, attacks effective against all types when facing one enemy whose HP is 58% or more, or when there's a Majin Buu category enemy. Okay, that's it for July. Oh my God, we're in August. August, we got easy A for Super 17, AGL, Dokkan Fest Super 17. His AZ was crazy. So I'm not going to go over leader skills anymore. Greatly raised attack and defense on super attack. Reduces damage by 40%. He built up attack with each. He built up attack and more damage reduction up to 30. So attack up to 150 and damage reduction up to 30 with each attack received. And then target category allies chance of performing crit hit plus 17%. So really good. Decent too. He was really good for a long time. Okay, so we just got a bunch of stuff here. Oh, right. And then worldwide. Oh, yippee. Worldwide, we get Vegito, Super Vegito, and Buhan. Now, Vegito here, we got Goku and Vegeta who fuse into Vegito. So they raise attack and defense on super attack 12 key, and then as well attack and defense on ultra super. They did get their leader skill was Battle of Wits and Majin Buu Saga. Key 3 HP plus 130, attack and defense plus 170. Their passive was 120 percent attack and defense. They reduced damage by 30%. Additional key per key sphere obtained, and a medium chance to launch an additional super. When they went to Vegito, he was absolutely cracked. All right. Raise attack and defense so that stays the same. Recovers health, attack and defense plus 150%. Medium chance to perform a crit. Counters normal attacks with tremendous power. Plus an additional key 1 per key strip 10. Key plus 5, and then foresees enemy super attacks for 10 turns. Alright, that's Vegito. Buhan. Buhan, power absorption, Majin power, key 4, HP 130, attack and defense 170. He stacked attack on 12 key, stacked defense on 18 key. He healed at the start of the turn always, 120% attack and defense, and then additional key per key sphere, medium chance to perform an additional super. In his Buhan form, he no longer gets attack on super attack, so that's crazy. He recovers less HP for some reason. It starts to 10% HP recovery at the start of turn, 150% attack and defense, additional attack that has a medium chance of becoming a super, more key per key sphere obtained, key plus 5 for 5 turns, seals the attacked enemy for 5 turns. Alright, so that's that. And then we go into the heart and soul of the worldwide, man. So in part 2, we get LR Vegeta here, who has a unit super with Super Saiyan 3 Goku. LR Vegeta has the same mechanic as Rose, where he gets attack and defense every time key goes up by 1. So that was that. And then key 3 when there's a Goku in the turn, who attacking in the same turn. And then more key when there's a Majin Buu Saga category ally whose name includes Goku in the same turn, so really good. His active skill was attack plus 59% and defense plus 78% at the start of, wow, for 1 turn. That's his active. That's very good, bro. That's actually really good. His easy is going to be explosive. His unit super, there had to be a Majin Buu Goku on the team. He really didn't do anything special for his super, so that was that. So then, yeah. Okay. October 2020. I'm sorry, I'm never doing this again. I've been recording for 47 minutes. This is way too long. So the person who commented on the video, I am very sorry, but I can't do this again, bro. This is not healthy. Who is this? Oh, they came out in 2020? That's crazy. Okay, so now we got Dokkan Fest. Golden Frieza. Transformation Golden Frieza. He led Resurrected Warriors and Otherworld Warriors. He gave him key 4 and HP attack and defense plus 150. He stacked defense. He got 100% attack and defense start of turn, more attack and defense, medium chance to evade within the same turn after receiving an attack. This is so stupid. Attacked enemy attack, so he debuffed. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my god, he has the best transformation condition in the game. Transforms whenever you want. Alright, so when he transforms to Golden Frieza, he massively raises attack. Dude, I am losing it. I'm actually losing my mind. Attack and defense was 150%, and then he gets an additional attack and defense with 80%. Great chance of stunning the attacked enemy when performing super attack. Reduce damage 50%. My head, bro. My brain, bro. My brain. Reduces damage received by 50% when HP is under 49%. Alright, so that was Frieza. And then Int Kid Buu gets an easy A. He raises attack and defense on super attack, 100% attack, 100% and 70% attack and defense when HP is 30% or more. He supported Majin Power category, extreme class ally, and extreme class allies. He gave him key 1 when HP is 50% or more, and then extreme class allies key and an extra key 1 when HP is 70% or more. Okay, god dang it, man. And then we got LR Turles. He was really good. LR Turles. He was very, very good. He got 130% attack and defense, and he supported Terrifying Conquerors. He got key 6 and effective against all types if the target enemy is stunned. And then he got attacks effective against all types and a high chance to launch an additional super when key is 24. His active skill was he just makes his key 24. Okay. All right. So in the end of October, we got Dokkan Fest Gogeta, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. He was by far the best TUR in the game. He greatly raised attack and defense for one turn. Oh, his leader skill was Great Ape Power, 170 to stats on key 3, and then Shadow Dragon Saga, 150% to stats on key 3. He started with 200% attack and defense, key +4, and more attack and defense +40%, and attacks are effective against all types for 8 turns. High chance of attacks effective against all types starting from the 9th turn, from the start of battle. High chance of nullifying enemy super attack and countering with tremendous power. His active skill that you can activate once you receive 4 attacks or more in battle. His active skill was attack and defense plus 40%, and then he debuffs the enemies by 40% attack and defense. So that was October. November, we're almost there. Oh my god, we're almost there. We got heroes, bro. Oh, okay. The end of November, we got Dokkan Fest, Bojaku, who was literally a better version of Cooler. So he raised attack and defense for one turn. His passive was 100% attack and defense, and then he supported Space Traveling Warriors. He gave him key 2 and 30% when facing one or more enemies, plus an additional attack and defense when facing 2 or more enemies, plus an additional attack and defense plus 10% when facing 3 or more enemies. So in Super Battle Road, if you're facing 3 enemies, he's giving Space Traveling Warriors 50% attack and defense and key 2. His transformation, he stacked attack. Oh, tired. He stacked attack and then 180% attack and defense and key 3 at the start of turn. Launch an additional attack that has a high medium chance of becoming a super. More attack and more defense when attacking with 3 or more key trees obtained. Plus an additional attack and defense. Attack plus 30% and 15% defense when attacking with 6 or more key trees obtained. So, decent. Alright, guys. We're in December. Oh my god, this video. I can't believe this video is almost over. We got an easy A for Super Gogeta. We got LR Tech Gohan, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. And then at the end of for Christmas celebration, we got Paikon and Jinambu. All right, so the easy A for Super Gogeta here. He raised defense on super attack. Attacks effective against all types. Sorry, one sec. Yeah, attacks effective against all types. 100%, 120% attack and defense. Medium chance to evade with 1 or more rainbow key spheres obtained. Plus an additional 4% with 2 or more rainbow key spheres obtained. High chance of performing a crit with 3 or more key spheres obtained. This was useless because he was effective against all types. This is practically the same thing! Oh my god, I hate this game, bro. Alright, Gohan here. He raised attack and defense on super attack. And then ultra super attack was just defense raise. His passive was 58% attack and defense. More key per key sphere obtained. So an additional 1 key per key sphere obtained. He got additional attack and defense plus 7% per key sphere obtained. An extra attack plus 58% when performing an ultra super. Medium chance to launch an additional super. Another 59% attack and guaranteed crit when performing an ultra super attack. If HP is 58% or less with a movie heroes category ally whose name includes Goku. On the team starting from the 5th turn from battle. Alright, so this is so 1 condition, 2 conditions, 3, 4, 5. How could you imagine putting 5 conditions on attack plus 59% and guaranteed crit? Bro, what just for this little line, it has to be an ultra super. Your HP has to be 58% or less. You have to have a movie hero category ally whose name includes Goku in the same turn, and it has to be after turn 5. His active skill was key 12 and then 59% attack and defense. This was literally made, the condition you'll see was made for you to get this alongside this. All right. Can be activated when HP is 58% or less with a movie hero category ally whose name includes Goku, starting from the first turn from the turn of battle. PyCon connected hope category 100%, 107% to stats. Oh my god, I'm never doing this again. An hour of recording. I'm never ever doing this again. I thought this was gonna be like 30 minutes. I thought it was gonna be like max 40 minutes, man. We're going on to an hour, bro. He greatly raised attack on both supers. Oh, he had a unit super. Sorry, if you're watching this without seeing the video, he has a unit super. Activated. So doesn't he switch into Gogeta? No, he does not. Never mind. So attack and defense plus 150% at start of turn. Triple class allies key 2, and then attack and defense plus 30% with 3 more key spheres obtained. Key 4, high chance to dodge and seals attacked enemy with a rainbow key sphere obtained. So that was decent. He did get an active skill, which is disables a single target enemy's attack for 1 turn. So that was good. Janemba here. Janemba was really not that great, but he did have good things in his passive. He did guard, and he did have damage reduction with 2 or more rainbow key spheres obtained. And then when he transforms, he becomes really bad, actually, after this. He guards for 1 turn. What is this? Why would you even do this? He guards all attacks, right? And then now he guards for 1 turn. And then 180% attack and defense, makes rainbow key spheres. More attack with 3 more key spheres obtained. High chance of evading with... No, that's trash. He actually becomes very bad after transformation. Alright, guys. Oh my god, we're in January of 2021, which is the 6th year anniversary. So January, beginning of January really, is... we got the EZA for STR Janemba. We'll talk about that real quick, and then we'll end there. So he doesn't raise attack and defense on super. He gets 100% attack and defense and guards all attacks. So that's really good. So his super easy is going to be really nice. Median chance to dodge, chance of evading enemies plus 10% with each attack evaded. So recently we have found out that this stacks over this. So this says medium chance, which is a 30% chance. So let's say you dodge 7 times in battle. Now it becomes... The 8th attack is going to be a guaranteed dodge. So that's great. And then, so next episode is going to be the 6th year anniversary, where we go on to these bad boys. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Person who told me to record longer videos, I respectfully hate you, but not really. Thank you guys. Subscribe, please.